Hello, Pokemon trainers, to Lanturn Land. I hope you guys are in for a good time today because we're going to be counting down my top 10 favorite Kanto Pokemon. So if you want to go ahead and buy a ticket and get on the Pokemon roller coaster that's about to start here in Lanturn Land, we're about to get into it. Go ahead and leave a comment also while we're going through, through the numbers, what your top 10 favorite Pokemon in the Kanto region are. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Number 10 on my top 10 list is going to be Hypno. Hypno is on here just kind of for the reason of kind of nostalgia. When I was younger, I didn't want to use Alakazam. Everybody was using Alakazam. Hypno was a different option. Nobody was really using him, so I was like, hey, I'm going to give him a chance. And I kind of just fell in love with him. I played with Hypno on every single playthrough probably since, except for one time I used Alakazam, and it just kind of felt overpowered, but yeah, so Hypno. And look at his design. His design is just fantastic. It really is. I mean, there's not really much more you can really say about him, but he's a pretty awesome Pokemon. If you haven't run through with Hypno yet, I would recommend trying it. Number 9, Starmie, and the reason why I put Starmie on here, I mean, where to begin? Starmie in the Kanto region was such an awesome Pokemon. I mean, when you get to Misty's Gym and there's not really a lot of water Pokemon other than like Magikarp or, Squirtle, if you picked Squirtle or if you battled Squirtle, but other than that, there's really not that many water Pokemon. So when you get to Starmie and you battle it, there's not really a lot of grass types up to that point that are really going to be good enough to beat it. Maybe you caught a Pikachu, you probably didn't. The first run through, so Starmie just kind of goes through your team, and then you're stuck there grinding and leveling till finally you can go into Misty's Gym and beat her Starmie. And the design on Starmie's cool, the typing is so cool with the Psychic. I know Slowbro is Psychic as well, but really, look at Slowbro and look at Starmie and tell me which one you think looks better. So, I don't know, I really always enjoyed Starmie. Starmie is just a very awesome Pokemon overall, so I'm on board with Starmie. So number 8 would probably be Snorlax. Snorlax was really awesome just because it plays a really big part of the story. What I mean by that is you couldn't advance through the game until you dealt with Snorlax. So throughout the game, you got to this point where you're like, oh, I need to move Snorlax, or I need to wake up Snorlax. So it kind of felt vital to the game. Kind of like Legendaries feel vital. Snorlax was vital to the game. Not so much in Kanto, because obviously there wasn't a portion in Kanto like there are the newer games where there's specific dialogue for Legendary before the end of the game. It's afterwards when you get to capture Mewtwo and all that other stuff. But anyway, it was just cool that they incorporated Snorlax into the story. Look at me, I'm saying Snorri because Snorlax. And also what's cool about Snorlax is there's only 2 in the whole game, so he kind of does have like a pseudo-legendary type vibe in the Kanto region, and he's an awesome, really strong Pokemon. I mean, he's a viable Pokemon to use on your journey that would be a really good Pokemon on your team. So, plus Ash's, Snorlax was really strong, so Snorlax. Sleep. 7 would be Butterfree. Butterfree being because out the gate, it was just a really strong Pokemon. I remember getting Butterfree to deal with Brock's Gym, and it really helped on the playthrough I had, the first playthrough I had with Charmander, because I couldn't beat Brock's Gym no matter what. Caught Butterfree, got at the confusion, and then that was it. Brock's Gym was nothing. And I decided to keep it that playthrough instead of Hypno. I never caught the Hypno because I had a Pokemon that knew a Psychic move, which was really awesome, as it opened up another party spot for me to have something else that I might have liked. And it's just, overall, it's just a cool design for a bug Pokemon. You get a final evolution at the beginning of the game. There's not much better you can do. Plus, the episode Bye Bye Butterfree is one of the most impactful Pokemon episodes of all time. I think we all remember it. So, yeah, Butterfree's up there. 6 is going to be Ninetales. I kind of was on the fence between Ninetales and Vulpix. I like Ninetales more. The reason why, though, for me personally, is Pokemon was always just kind of like to my parents. They bought the stuff for me, and they supported the fact that I really enjoyed it. Even today, I really enjoy Pokemon. I'm making this video. You can see this. I have my stuff over here, but I don't know. Ninetales, my mother loved Vulpix, and when I was looking for a Pokemon to catch, she ended up seeing Vulpix, the design. She's like, wow, that Pokemon looks really cute, you should catch it. And I was like, huh, cool, my mom likes a Pokemon. So I caught it, and I ended up using it. And I ended up using Ninetales, and I don't know why. I just associate Ninetales now with my mom. So I always have liked Ninetales since, so go Ninetales. Number 5 would be Kingler. Kingler, his design just is really fierce. Kingler's got that vibe if he was like, you know, if you had to put him as like a character in real life, you know, or a person in real life. He is the kid on the school ground that protects, like, you know, the people that are getting bullied. You know, he's not out here looking for a fight, but he looks fierce, you know what I mean? Like, he looks like, hey, these are my friends, I'm gonna protect them. That's always the vibe I got off Kingler. I like his design. It's a little bit different than just like a fish or a duck. I know it's weird because he's just a crab, but he's just a cool looking Pokemon, and I really dig it because there's quite a few Pokemon in Gen 1 that aren't cool looking. Muck and Grimer, we're looking at you. But yeah, I really like Kingler, so. Number 4 would be Kabutops, and Kabutops is because the gratification, satisfaction you get when you finally get Kabutops. You pick up the fossil in Mount Moon at the beginning of the game. You're carrying around this fossil throughout your whole adventure, wondering what is the point of this? When am I finally going to be able to get rid of this? Because you can't get rid of it. I mean, you just kind of get lost with the fact of why do you even have this? And then finally, you find out, oh my god, it's a Pokemon, right? So then you get Kabuto. And you're really disappointed because it's a low level, but then you go through the process of leveling it up, and finally you get Kabutops, and you're like, whoa, this whole time I've had a cooler version of Scyther in my backpack? That is awesome! So, like, the satisfaction that you get when you finally get your Kabutops, you know, and it looks, you know, it just looks awesome, and it's really cool, and then, yeah, it's just the satisfaction you get at the end of the game, finally being able to get rid of that fossil, and not only did you get rid of it, but you got an awesome Pokemon. Because of that, I've always ended up getting that one. I never got the Helix fossil. I never have used Amistar. So, I don't know. I really liked Kabutops, so. 3 would be Geodude. Geodude, I think this is the first pre-evolution I have on this list. Geodude, I just really like his personality in the show. It was really cool. As far as when your first playthrough of the game as a child, you know, you get to the first gym with Brock, and they're supposed to be like the best trainers, and the first gym Pokemon you see is Geodude. And he was a pretty tough Pokemon, especially if you picked Charmander. Like I said earlier, I had to even get a Butterfree just to even beat Geodude. So Geodude was a pretty cool Pokemon out the gate, and come on, man. He's a dude, you know? He's a bro. So I really like Geodude. He's a really cool design, and he's just a really good Pokemon as far as in the show goes. So, I don't know. He's just an awesome Pokemon. I'm a fan of the dude. I really am. Number two, Nidoking. Nidoking is really strong when you first played it. You know, you go through Mount Moon, you pick him up, and you evolve him, and after you get the Nidoking, you just thrash your way through the first 5, maybe even 6 gyms. You get Dig with the TM in Cerulean City, and then after that, you use that until you get Earthquake, and then that's it. I mean, you have a sweeper on your team that's pretty bulky for the whole rest of the game. Nothing can really stand up to it. I would say Nidoqueen, but I always personally picked a Nidoking. I thought his design looked a little bit better when I was a kid. And to this day, I'm kind of like 50-50, but I've had more adventures with Nidoking, so that's why I went with him as far as for this list goes. So, he's my number 2. He's probably going to be up high somewhere as far as my Kanto Pokemon. Last but certainly not least, I have Bulbasaur. And the reason why I picked Bulbasaur, which is weird because my first 2 playthroughs I used Squirtle and then Charmander, but Bulbasaur kind of wrecked the game. I mean, like, you just go through the gym once like it's no problem. You go through your rival like it's no problem. He learns a bunch of different type sets. Like, you can have one that does, like, one playthrough you can have a Bulbasaur that plays one way, and then the other playthrough you can have one that does another way. So it's completely different depending on how you want to go. On top of that, his design's really cool. In the anime, he was a really proud Pokemon that always was there for Ash when you needed him. So I always felt like he was there for me when I needed him, especially because we always won when I played through the game with Bulbasaur. yeah, I really love Bulbasaur, and Venusaur is really cool. Ivysaur, not so much. I never really liked Ivysaur's design. I know it's not bad, but it's not really good. But Venusaur I always thought was cool, but Bulbasaur just in general, it's just I don't know, he's just an awesome Pokemon. I mean, everything about him is cool, depending on, like, if you look at the anime, if you look at the games. I mean, even as a kid, I really liked the Bulbasaur trading card deck, you know, like with the Venusaur deck. So, I don't know, the Bulbasaur line's just always been one of my favorites, so I'm Team Bulba. Well, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I want to know, what is your 10 favorite Pokemon from the Kanto region? Whether it be, you know, when you played it first through, whether you watched the show, whether you played Fire Red Leaf Green, whether you play Pokemon Go. Maybe you're getting into it now because Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee's going to come out soon. I don't know what it is, but you probably have a top 10 favorite Kanto Pokemon. I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments below. I want to know. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe if you'd like, because I'm going to be posting more Pokemon-related stuff all the time. And, yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your day.